Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to talk about business. Most people think they understand the moment they see it: junk cars and auto salvage yards. The first image shows the simplest promise in the whole lane: cash for junk cars. To the seller, this feel like the end of the story. A broken or unwanted car is turned in for quick cash. But that is exactly where the deeper business begins. This is not just disposal, it is a layered recovery business where a dead car may be worth more in pieces than it ever was as a running vehicle. Now, this image is important because it shows the acquisition side. A tow truck is coming for the car right out in the neighborhood. That tells us the business starts before the yard. It starts with sourcing vehicles. The visible product is junk car removal. The hidden business is getting the car into a pipeline where it can be stripped, sorted, and monetized in stages. The tow truck is not just transport, it is the front end of a revenue chain. Now we are inside a yard, and the image becomes a little bit more aggressive. A claw is grabbing this Lincoln vehicle, and you see the physicality of the industry. That matters because it pushes back against the idea that junkyards are just passive lots full of dead cars. They are active processing facilities. The visible image is destruction. The hidden truth is sequence. Before the car is truly destroyed, somebody has decided what parts must come off first, what gets sold, and what is only worth crushing. Now, this is your typical stereotype of a junkyard: smash cars piled on top of each other. And that stereotype is useful because it sets up the truth. Yes, some cars do end here, but the deepest money is often made before this moment. Once a car reaches the crush pile, many of the best revenue opportunities may already be gone. The crusher is the end of the story, not the beginning of the business. Now we're gonna return to the cash for car angles, but now with more meaning. Now we see a woman here. She's getting cash paid for junk vehicles. This matters because the yard wants the public to think in simple terms: old car, easy cash, fast deal. And that's true. But the hidden business model is much more sophisticated. The owner is selling one thing, the yard is buying many possible things at once: doors, engine, wheels, glasses, axles, core, scrap metal, and more. Now, this image is one of the strongest in this deck because it shows the organized side of the industry. You see cars neatly piled, and the parts like your rotors, your drums, and your rear axles are hanging neatly in the view. That image tells us the truth many people miss. Salvage yards is not just a graveyard, it is inventory. The visible product is a yard full of wrecks. The hidden business is a warehouse logic applied to dead vehicles. Now, this is a domestic yard with GMC vehicles lined up together. That matters because the inventory is not just random. Many yards organized by make, model, and category because the real value comes from knowing what is interchangeable and what local buyers need. The visible image is rolling old cars. The head business is using vehicle knowledge to turn wrecks into searchable parts supply. Now, this image takes us further into the idea of specialization. Now, this jar is focused on Jeeps and not just selling parts from whatever comes in. It is building expertise and attracting a niche customer. The deeper point is that specialty yards do not only make money from vehicles, they make money from their know how on the market better than the general folks. That visible product is a lot full of Jeeps. The hidden business is specialization as margin. Now let's expand on the specialty lane in the classic and muscle cars territory. That changes the emotional tone because now we're not just talking about cheap repairs. We are talking about rarity, restoration, nostalgia, and collector demand. In this kind of yard, the value of a part may not come from basic utility, but from its scarcity. The visible image is old cars sitting around. The hidden business is selling access to hard to find identity and originality. Now, this slide shows cabs, chassis, hoods, and heavy vehicle parts in the tractor yard. This widens this lane beyond just passenger cars and Jeeps. Salvage is not only about daily drivers, it includes trucks, tractors, and commercial equipment where parts can be large and very expensive and difficult to source new. The visible product is dead equipment. The hidden business is heavy duty recovery and commercial vehicle reuse. Now, this image adds to the foreign car angle, which is another specialty powerful business model. A foreign only yard often survives on knowledge, interchange, and the ability to serve customers whose vehicles need part that ordinary yards may not stock or identify well. The visible image is a niche yard. The hidden business is expertise turned into trusted supply. Now, this image introduces one of the smartest business variations in this whole topic, the you pull it yourself yard. This is where the business shifts labor on to the customer. The yard buys the vehicle, stages it, and provides access, but the customer brings the tools, finds the part, and removes it. The visible product is cheap parts. The hidden business is selling access while reducing the yard's labor costs. Now, this slide is important because it shows the dangers of the you pull it yourself model. A car has fallen on a do it yourselfer, which immediately reveals the hidden trade off. Lower prices do not come free. When the yard pushes labor outward, it also pushes some of the physical risk outward. The visible model is independence and savings. The hidden cost may be danger. Yet some yards mitigate for that. Now, this slide is a worker in one of the U pull it yards. Slim is recognized for his safety practices and customer service. That matters because these yards do not run on dead inventory alone. They run on people who know how to pull, how to stage cars, how to keep the customer safe, and how to move the product through the yard. The visible image is employee recognition for his talent. And the hidden truth is that skilled yard labor is one of the business's real valuable assets. Now, this slide shows the yard crew who do most of the pulling of the valuable items before the vehicle fully hits the next stage. This is one of the deepest truths in this lane, that the best money often comes early off the vehicle. The crew decides what should be removed, saved, inventory, or sent onward. The visible image is a team. The hidden business is pre-crushed value extraction. Now, this image focuses on aluminum rims, which are exactly the kind of item that shows why the yard is not just scrap. Wheels carry separate value as used parts and as metal. This is where the lane overlaps with scrap yards and metal recovery. The visible image is stacks and stacks of aluminum rims. The hidden business is recognizing which components have both parts value and commodity value. Now, this image reveals the legitimate side of the model. Certified recycled auto parts signal that salvage is not always a rough and provides market. There is also a formalized, quality oriented side where recovered parts are tested, identified, and sold through trusted channels. The visible product is a used part. The hidden business is turning junkyard recovery into a recognized replacement parts market. You pull it junkyards provide a fascinating twist as well because it shows that the operation may even sell whole cars for towing out, usually because of title limits and salvage conditions. That means the yard is not only a place where vehicles are broken down, it can also act as a low end car market. The visible image is cheap transportation. The hidden business is finding yet another revenue layer before the vehicle fully exit the system. Now, this slide brings us back to the acquisition machine. The troll truck is ready again, which reminds us that the business is circular. Vehicles must constantly be sourced, retrieved, and brought in. Without inbound dead cars, the yard has nothing to strip, sell, or crush. The visible image is a truck. The hidden business is supply chain continuity. Now, this closes the loop perfectly. The tow driver is paying the owner, and that restarts the whole process again. Acquisition, towing, dismantling, specially sell, used parts, core, scrap, and then another vehicle again. That is the real hidden business model. Junk cars and auto salvage yards do not simply dispose of old vehicles, they turn dead cars into layered revenue over and over again. Thank you.